Welcome back, everybody, and we're
back.
finally back here. We are. It was only like an hour and a half intermission.
Yeah.
That's what the timer said when we started it, right? I mean, we're good. Here we are in the what you would consider the semifinals for the Group 4 playoffs. What we have is gonna have Cobra Cartel versus Sleepy Juice. As you can see, the bracket looks a little bit confusing there. Ignore that little bottom Cobra Cartel one. That's irrelevant. It's the same thing. But Cobra Cartel versus Sleepy Juice. It's going to be a good one.
Yes.
This is going to be a close one. Meanwhile, we got Global Chem versus Artifacts. Global Chem had an extremely close matchup against Peacekeepers. It's very close. We were watching it thinking, are they going to make a comeback? There's no way. And then there it is. Comeback. And I think Taquito was the secret ingredient. As soon as Taquito joined Globo, that's when they started to make that comeback there, which is exactly what got them that win, I believe. What do you think, Seismic? You were watching it, right?
He was pivotal. I mean, like, pivotal is the word for it. He joined, they immediately used a different Global Chem. He was pretty much solely responsible for that win. He was hitting shots that no man should and felt incredibly different, simply.
Right.
But we're finally down to our final four in the bracket. The winner of this playoffs is the fourth team that goes to Miami, the LAN finals, for a split of $35,000. It's no simple money, especially for a free entry tournament. I've played tournaments that are for $2,000 for a significant entry fee, $35K for these teams as the entry opening season for a beta VR game. We're 20 seconds off of this start between these two teams, getting to see who goes to the grand finals. You ready, Lipinski?
I mean, I guess so. I guess I'm ready. I'm ready to watch everything go down. This is gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I am very ready. It sounds like we're gonna be hopping in here now, so we're gonna turn off that bracket. We're gonna hop on in here, and Sleepy Juice's logo will be fixed shortly. And so then we are gonna hop in here and get ready for our first round.
And here we go. We get to see that yet again.
Looks like a 5-person push here.
Traditional A hit, sending 2 to mid to kind of deal with whatever player happens to be on defense, while you're starting to see Cobra Cartel struggling to get into position here. They need to get set up. They need to get fast. Some utility already coming out. It does end up being a slow creep on A, so that works out in Cobra's favor because they weren't necessarily set up. But for this pistol round, we know that kind of anything can happen. Utility going in first, but not finding anything. Everyone's still full health. This is in hand. And a lot of utility still to burn on the side of Cobra as well.
You can see Sleepy Juice kind of playing it slow here. Crouch walking up. A great flashbang from Z-Link, although kind of defeating the purpose by not following up with it. A nade in return might get Michael. Oh, and it does do some damage. It looks like just... Or actually, no, it didn't do any. Although Rogue does get the pick. Daru just walks right past Z-Link. Z-Link now picking up Daru, making him pay for that. He gets Toxic. He also gets Rogue. What a great 3-piece there from Z-Link. We're going to go ahead and watch that back in a minute. Orzo getting Hisoka. Patia going down by Humanoid Banana. So now it's a 2v1, all up to Humanoid here. He does not have Scanner. He's trying to pick it up. I think he's going to attempt it right here with the few seconds he's got. Only 25 seconds. Now he's got 45 left to protect that Scanner. Z-Link gets the kill and makes it 4 on that first round. First round goes to Cobra Cartel. We're going to go ahead and replay back that last little replay there. I think that's not the right replay. So we're going to ignore that.
Z-Link's beautiful 4K
we'll fix it later.
Was instrumental in winning that round. Defuse going to come through beautifully, and that is going to be a start off rip for Cobra Cartel on defense.
Yes, it is.
And
yes, it is.
Guns in hand now, piss around no more. You can see kind of the spread. We're going to see, traditionally, you typically have a lot of SMGs on defense side, but that's not necessarily the case. It seems to be a very strong AR-sided team. And then on the receiving end, more of an SMG-favored team with 2 SMGs opting instead of the 1. but it's going to be a kind of a mid-hit off rip. You have 2 players on B site, 1 player on A site with the bomb in hand and during mid, which isn't something you normally see. You normally
Yeah.
tend to put that player farther back, but he's ready to go.
Right. What's
Guns
interesting
are
is
gonna
they've got
exchange out.
one lurking A. It doesn't even have scanner. You don't usually see a lurk on a site when you don't have the scanner. Usually the one off onto another site plays more aggressive to gather attention, but instead they're playing a little bit of a different approach here. A lot of nades and utility coming out, some pre-firing, no trades or shots kills yet. Rogue's gonna push up though on this site using the APC here. I got the name correct this time. Doesn't quite make any connection with Michael. A couple of trades coming out over here. Patia getting Hisoka and Darude Cookie getting the refrag onto Patia here.
Still a lot of utility coming up. Scanner's still in that mid area. Nade's coming through. Flash out's a good bet. Smoke kind of denying that, but that's Scanner down at the hand of Orzo. And good bet following up with his teammate, leaving only Humanoid alive. Humanoid swinging on this midline. Gets the audio that one's in the smoke that he knows is right ahead. He has info on 1. They're just kind of pre-firing stuff, but that means Humanoid knows where 2 are and makes it instantly a 1v2 instead of that 1v4. Utility going on the site. Here we go.
Gets a triple there. 1v1. He's got Orzo to deal with and only has 13 seconds.
Oh.
Not enough time, in my opinion, to start that scan. He's got 8
might
seconds.
Be able to pull this off. It's just
6,
him and the scanner.
5.
He has to plant this in
4,
roughly 3 seconds.
3, 2.
There's a lot to ask.
Nope. Wow, just a second too late. Unfortunately.
Milliseconds. You gotta question the read, but should that go off, that's almost a guaranteed round win. But it's not, so Cobra Cartel up 2-0. Brilliant plays out of Humanoid, very much showing its clutch factor there.
Oh, yeah. So far, Sleepy Juice has been doing a pretty good job on their offense. I mean, it has come down to a 1v1 most of these rounds. I think the first round, it was a 1v2.
1v2 indeed. We're going to see that bomb be on this B side. 2-2 split, 2 on B, 2 on mid, and you have that singular lurker yet again on A. Granted, it did work out well. Having that last player alive for the clutch was nice, but his 4 teammates went down at that expense.
Right.
Since he does play, Darude pushing up here.
Help out. Humanoid was at a 1v4 as well, and you can't always guarantee that that one person can kill 4 players. You know, it's kind of not, you don't usually anchor them to have to put them in that position. You kind of want them to, at most, only deal with 2. So we'll see how having a lurk 1 player works. Obviously, this round not quite the best. Humanoid does go down by Z-Link there. So now it's a 5v3, as we did also lose another player approaching B site with Hisoka.
Worth noting, that was also a scanner player. Darude had scanner, so now you have bomb down in that arches, and it's up to Hisoka to pick it up. Not exactly in the best spot, but he's gonna get that retention.
Yep.
And you have Orzo, good bet, holding back sight, and you gotta kind of acknowledge Sleepy's not in a great spot. Especially even worse so now that Zlink takes 1 down.
Ooh. Good refrag by Hisoka. Gonna get the kill on Patia, but trades instead. So now another round win to Cobra Cartel. 3-0 with 3 players remaining as well. Z-Link did a lot of damage that round. I think he got at least 2, possibly a 3rd. Couldn't quite remember. But right now it looks like we've got 3 SMGs on Cobra Cartel with 2 M4s. While on the other side, still 2 SMGs for Sleepy Juice.
And I kind of remarked on that earlier. It's more common that you see the SMGs on the defender side because you like to play those tight corners. You like to play the audio cues. Also taking a second to acknowledge how Cobra Cartel sets up. Putting Patia in mid and putting 2 players on each site.
A lot of aggression.
A lot of aggression coming out on A. You have Mikkel, the last alive for his team, as you're going to see Patia start this rotation. But depending on timing, Toxic might get the read. Flash coming out, and Humanoid Banana also has the info there. Patia is able to back out 1. Toxic goes down to a nade. Orzo breaking in from their site. Rogue's going to get this plant down. 45 seconds remaining. And shortly, if the plant didn't actually go down, Rogue opted for the challenge. Last one alive for his team.
Ooh.
No health remaining. Patia says no more. It's going to be 4-0 for Cobra Cartel.
Well done.
So much happened in such a short amount of time. You have to admire Sleepy Juice's push, but Cobra Cartel handled it well.
Correct. Good to see what's going to happen this next round.
Cobra Cartel has the rotations on point. You have to agree there. They do well holding the sites. They do just enough to make sure their teammates get in, and there's no cross denial. Cobra Cartel isn't really acknowledging anything on the line. Cool. Darude goes down to Patia, and good bet gets Ahsoka with a nade kill there. More nades being exchanged, and it's only on skate park. And you have the one lone wonder, defensive-wise, of Mikael and Slick. Toxic kind of taking his time in mid. Hard to talk here, but there's only 3 left up for Sleepy Juice. They're all stuck in mid. Mikael going to be this denier here if they try and push down this alleyway.
Got a flash coming out, and a great nade from Toxic, just missing Michael there. Now, we've got Michael holding down that bridge site. Looks like they're going to try to take up through this mid. Not looking like they are pretty confident with their position. They're kind of walking back and forth. Banana's just holding down that position. Like you were saying, a 5v3 right now. So they've got Scanner, though. So they can move to either site with 45 seconds remaining. More utility coming out. Great flash. Might have gotten Michael. Humanoid gets Patia. Meanwhile, he's going to rotate. Michael gets Rogue. Toxic trades. Or actually gets the refrag onto Michael. So now it's a
here comes that util.
3v2.
Utility close. Humanoid backed out a little bit. Loses a lot of health in that exchange. Still 3v2 favoring the sides of Cobra Cartel. Time also on their side. Scanner is in the hands of Toxic, but he has to actually get onto site. Link is the one to deny this. Humanoid getting his kill, but Bomb is down on site. Has to kill Orzo
1v2.
and Zlink or get the plant. It's too high of a task. Timing is not going to be in his favor. Too little, too late. He may be the clutch factor, but 1 second remaining is going to opt for the 5th round for Cobra Cartel. Orzo ends up getting that kill there as well. You see a 5-0, and we all know that this is a Rab-sided map. Attack is really, really difficult here, but you gotta see something different out of Sleepy Juice. They end up getting stuck in that mid area just due to rotations. Having that site control and then making use of it is gonna be what spells victory for them. We're gonna see that 3-man push towards A, but Bomb actually being in the 2-man stack on B. Could get Bomb in hand, AR or M4 as well. And this push has begun. Very routine setup from Cobra Cartel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
the
so far Cobra's got a great start coming out here.
Very convincing. You have on that overlook is Ahsoka.
Not a lot happening so far. Definitely playing it slow. Trying to get intel as to where this, where most of their defense going to be set up at. Darude gonna spot Patia here. Patia not gonna realize Darude was there. Shot comes out from Z-Link, kills Humanoid, and so far it is a 5v4. Cobra having the advantage. More shots coming out onto the Rogue at A main entrance. Michael's gonna swing out, gets Rogue, so now it's down to a 5v3. More util coming out, trying to get onto Michael's spot. Shots coming out from Orzo, gets 2.
Orzo.
All up to 1 being Toxic. He does have Scanner near him, so he can rotate if he wishes, but it's a 1v5, and Patia gets the final kill, so now it's 6-0.
Unfamiliar situation yet again. They were stuck out in mid because they didn't have the control needed. I honestly think if I'm sitting there and I'm Sleepy Juice, we just need to name a site A or B and slam it as hard as we can. Don't stack. Don't let players like Orzo get both of us in a single line, but be very persistent in the site push. And that might be what the call-out just came in as for this A hit. But you're going to need to see something. The Cobra Cartel are kind of proving that you give us territory, we're going to keep it. They tend to play very far back, barring Michael, for instance, who's been pushing up pretty routinely. But it's been working out very, very well. Sleepy almost haven't been able to claim any site territory as this fight goes down on A.
Yeah, big push coming out outside of A main. Michael gets 1. He gets Humanoid as well, so that's a double kill from Michael. He gets taken out by Rogue on the refrag, and Z-Link gets Toxic. Patia finds Rogue, so now it's all up to Hisoka in a 1v4 situation. Gotta get taken out by Patia, and down he goes. So now it's 7-0.
It's a very one-sided map just because of how Sleepy are kind of taking their advantages. And you're gonna you're going to need to seize this thing out of Sleepy is
Get ready.
I don't necessarily know how to suggest what to do. Cobra Cartel's very, very well set up on their defense. They're playing their mans, they're getting their rotation in, they're playing off the valid information. These kind of bait and switch pushes like you see right now, the 3-2 stacks, 2 go left, 3 go right, vice versa. It's working out against other teams, hence why they've made it to the top 4 in this playoffs. But against a team like Cobra Cartel that's willing to pay patient, willing to kind of play their gunfight advantages in exchange for territory, it's not going to work. We see Michael take on Darude in that routine spot, going to try and swing. Rogue make sure he's not good for 2, and it's going to be Scanner retained in the hands of Rogue. Util coming out, but he's already gone. Orzo's able to get the pick on a Humanoid, and that mid-fight starting to go down again. No sight control on either side, and it's just the last 2 players of Sleepy.
We had a great nade earlier, too,
and now
the
Rogue
skate
has one as well.
There's a great nade and skate that we missed earlier, which we'll hopefully be able to come back on as well for a replay. 4v2, both players low on health there up against you. They do have Scanner on site, though, but Cobra Cartel fast to rotate to try to retake this site. Mid-scan, Orzo's going to push it. Toxic misses the shots, and Orzo gets the kill onto the Scanner.
And that'll be an easy defuse, making it 8-0 for the side of Cobra Cartel. For those of you that are not necessarily accustomed with Vail, you switch at round 10 from attack to defense, but you only need 11 rounds to win, so it's very possible that you could win on the pistol round if you have a perfect sweep on attack. But hopefully we don't get to that point, but we might see it out of Cobra Cartel just getting an 11-0 sweep. Sleepy has to kind of play their advantage. We're going to see a 3-man push towards B, 2 going mid, and Scanner will be on B. 45-second defuse, they definitely played that well, but they didn't have man advantage nor position advantage on B.
Patia's going to play a little aggressive here. I wonder if they're going to use some nades to possibly get some picks. But at the same time, Sleepy Juice are going to play a little bit farther back here. Some nades coming out mid. Oh, does some damage on Toxic and Humanoid with a great nade onto Patia. A little bit of aggression coming out here, too, from Darude Cookie through the middle alley. Going to push up onto site. More util coming out on site. Some smokes. Rude gets Orzo. Might be around to win
This
here.
is what I wanted to see out of Sleepy. Not kind of, good bet in the back, but now Rogue's cut him down. 2 players have to cross their mid, but there's 3 players ready to deny it. His Link's cut down, and last one left is Michael. He has to deal with 3 players sitting mid, playing off of a little bit of old information, but 2 players on site, 3 players mid. Michael's position now very well known, is able to pick 1, but
gets 2.
has to go through the entire team, getting 2 before getting cutting down.
8-1. So far, Sleepy Juice are not completely wiped out yet here. They are on the colonist side, so once we swap, maybe we might see a great defense play from Sleepy Juice and keep them in this matchup.
Sleepy Juice definitely needs some wake-up juice at this point in the round. We need to see something out of them. And hopefully that 1-round win was the start of some momentum. Rogue bomb in hand. Bomb's going B-side. You have 2 mid. Same waiting on that util to come out. Frag coming out.
Great throw towards Hisoka. Yeah, did some damage. Another nade on the Humanoid.
Tag up a little bit.
Patia with these throws. A lot of counter nades onto these defensive players. Not dealing any damage, though. Darude's going to push up to Patia. Toss him some util. Missing both. Patia gets the smoke kill in the headshot on Darude.
This mid-stack coming out again from Sleepy Juice.
Yeah, they're going to need to rotate from defense to help support this push. A lot of flashes. Orzo gets Hisoka in the cave. It's a 5v3. This is the last round till we swap sides here. More shots through the smoke. Good bet gets Humanoid.
Able to take it. Yeah, you got to clear out of sight. You can't just sit mid. You're going to get picked off from
there
both sides.
Is. 9-1 Cobra Cartel. Well done. And now we swap sides.
There's a very real possibility that pistol round puts them to match point.
Yep.
It's going to be on Sleepy to really set a cement hold on defense. We're going to see how they set up here. Assuming the 2-1-2 split that most teams opt for, but they're going to have to receive the 5-man pistol stack on A. Pistol round at the start of each half. All players have the same gun effectively. I'm not seeing any of the suppressed pistol out. But we're going to see this 3-stack almost to A. There's very potential to see a 5v3 on site. but a very slow walk up from the side of Cobra Cartel.
Yep, that's one thing I remember about Cobras. They like to play very slow on offense and sneak up on objectives.
Patience may be key, as we've seen with other rounds. Minute 20 left in the round. And Darude starting to take a little bit of positioning. Link is the only one of his team to push up. See all the players kind of slow walking back toward Disco. No real intel from either side, although Link's a little bit tagged up on the side of Cobra Cartel from that nade. Just kind of biding their time. Minute left. You can see, look at this defense as this push is about to be made. Sleepy Juice is 3 on A. Yuto coming out now. Darude's the only one to deny mid. Toxic is on site, and Rogue is kind of watching this back mid. You're going to see Darude missed good bet crossing. Is going to see these two. There's the info. Rogue's kind of setting up to handle them. Orzo coming down skate park. Slink still causing issues on the offsite as pistol shots rain out. Slink gets cut down though, but on the site that matters here, Orzo gets his kill. Toxic inside the smoke is making an audio. So they have the info on one of the only players denying the push. 30 seconds remain.
Back finds Humanoid. Couple of shots coming out from Michael. Gets 2. Gets taken out by Refrax. And now Orzo's on site and gets the final kill on the Toxic, making it 10-1. We're at match point already. Look at that. Jinx.
Match point for the side of Cobra Cartel. Yeah, for real. I would say we can give this Sleepy a soda and see if they can start waking up on Mar.
I know, yeah.
Hoping they can show a little bit of life here. They were doing well in certain degrees, but
right.
If you look, the spread is not doing great. Humanoid had his moment and pop off. There were players that have had some great kills, some solid nades, but they're going to need to do a little bit more than that, especially this late. If they're top 4 in playoffs, that's worth noting that they're top 16 globally, according to numbers
out.
If you're bouncing
Michael finds a Rogue, actually.
A lot of Yuto coming in on this B site. It's going to end up pulling all of the defenders.
Wow, what a great B aggression here.
Toxic Last Alive is traded out by Michael. That means 3 are on site. That's another trade in mid. And Humanoid, that pop-off that we were talking earlier, is required to keep his team's map point ID alive. Humanoid Banana, 45 seconds to defuse. 1v3. He loses this. We go to Mar. He wins this. We continue on.
No utility either. So it's just going to have to be pure shots. Down goes Humanoid. And 11-1 from Cobra Cartel already. Well played.
Cobra Cartel have very solid ambitions of being in grand finals with an 11-1, 11-1 sweep. They're looking to do it on Mar next. Worth noting, the highlight player is Orzo, 14-3 for his team, with Michael being 13-10. Katia, 11-6. All of these players doing very, very well, very, very strong. Top frag was Humanoid, 9-11.
Great nade onto Patia by Cobra Cartel. As well as we got some more replays on this next one as well.
Sleepy are an incredibly solid team. I'm very interested to see what they can pull off on Mar. Cobra Cartel it's a sweep, yes, but it's worth noting Sleepy Juice fought their way through qualifiers, fought their way through playoffs to get to this semifinals. They are a good team here.
And then it shows that one for some reason. Okay. We're hopping on to the next map in just a second here. We're going to pull up the bracket. So far, Globo and Artifact still on the first map. Not surprised. That is a very tough matchup right there.
Very tough matchup indeed, and we're looking to Mar next. And potentially this is the end of the road for Sleepy Juice if they can't hold their own against Cobra Cartel. And if Cobra Cartel win this, they go on to grand finals to fight the winner of the team fighting on IVRL League 1. Some very strong teams in this bracket. I don't envy any team that's had to fight through this playoff. But moving on very soon to watch the grand finals. But thoughts, Lipinski, on the last match?
I'm not surprised that Cobra Cartel did extremely well. I will be honest. But they did a fantastic job on that offense. That was very surprising. There was a lot of great nade kills too.
I definitely need to see more of them aggressively taking site. Sweet. So you're getting this set up really, really quick, getting both teams in the lobby. Any update on the score from our other channel?
No updates so far that I see. Curious to see what the score could be. Looks like it's 7-6 artifacts in the lead against Globo. Interesting.
And those players are going on to fight the winner of this match.
Yep.
Grand finals, potentially Cobra Cartels versus either one of them.
Yeah.
Anybody's game still in this tournament.
Exactly.
And again, winners.
I did that. Uh-huh.
Time. No? Come here. I'm here and ready to go.
All right, so we've got our next match starting up here in a minute. Actually, it already started, it seems. We're a little bit late to the party.
A little late to the party, yeah.
They're already on round number 1.
Kicking it off, there's your pistol round. It's going to be an A attack this time around. See Slicks, this in the road, kind of holding this top scaffolding. Those going out, that's Michael to fall there, and it is
Great
a player
flash
advantage.
Orzo. He's just going to knock on in. Orzo's having a little bit of difficulty getting up, but he does get one. 4v1.
Bomb in hand of Patia, but Patia is stacked with a very tall task of a 1v4 and having to plant within only a minute. You're going to see the rogue kind of swinging close to Patia, but not close enough. Might get the sightline onto Patia here. It's a pistol fight while the rest of the team rotates over. Patia really on his back foot in the back of his spawn. 45 seconds to get a quad kill.
Wow, what a nade toss.
Plant. And this backer and Darude Cookie coming in from the other side. Darude Cookie and the road kind of denying any sort of movement that Patia can do. Dinked up a little bit. These pistol rounds are always uncomfortable, and Darude makes sure Patia feels it as well. Be around 1-0 for Sleepy Juice, actually.
Yeah,
a little bit of life
just
here.
take the lead here.
We are all the way back in it, people.
Yes.
Round starting.
Looks like we got a 4-man push towards the refinery, one going up to the cat from the stairwell. It looks like we got 2 players on each site, one being on cat. Some smoke's coming out, and a nade might get Darude, and it does! Wow, what a nade throw there.
Cobra Cartel, 4 SMGs in the hand, attempting to get this break in.
And this
SMG doing
site
good,
is
very, very
clear.
well on the rogue.
Scan started 5v3.
Very fast plant.
Not a single bit of damage was dealt to the entire team of Cobra Cartel, and it looks like Toxic died in the lava while taking the back zip.
Unfortunate. That makes it a 2v5 post-plant.
Z-Link gets
Now
Slay
1v5
Exodus.
all on Humanoid. We've seen
Oh.
Humanoid kind of clutch up before. He gets 2.
Wow, he gets 3. He's
As
on
we've said,
site.
he's the clutch factor. 15 seconds to
Oh.
kill. He can get the defuse. Michael
So
says no.
close.
Stopping the clip yet again. Humanoid, of all the players, has come the closest to getting some really important clutch ups, but
Yep.
always close but no cigar. It's going to be a 1-1 tied up, Cobra and Sleepy. See the scanner go to the hands of Patia, one of the SMG players for the side of Cobra Cartel. And we're going to see 3 mid and 2 are going to A site. That bomb is going to be on the second player on that A stack.
Yeah, it looks
You're
like
gonna
a
have 2 players
3-2
go top
split.
happening.
3 going towards A site, 2 taking that cat. Smoke's coming out onto Armory to kind of maybe throw a little bit of a distraction. Good flash onto
Here's the
Orzo.
utility coming and backs out.
And a good
And
smoke
it's on
there.
Exodus to deny. Exodus smoked off, but knows that he can also hear the players coming through. Orzo able to get rogues and kind of swing the numbers advantage towards them. Numbers advantage for the side of Cobra Cartel here, but position advantage most certainly for the side of Sleepy Juice. Bomb is worth noting. It bomb is down in or above catwalk.
Now they're on site with Scanner. Humanoid outside of data room, a common place to be when waiting for them to take the objective. They just smoked my team.
Humanoid playing for that audio cue, this plant that's about to come through, but good bet's there to get ready for any player looking for that audio cue. And that is
3v3.
all. It's a 3v3. This Link is very dinged up, as is Exodus. So health bar is about equal as well. But Druid falls off again, making it a 2v3.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it was Toxic that fell off the first time.
Making sure it's even up. But what is not even, it's a number advantage. 2v3 or
Good
3.
flashes all
2v3 on the
around.
site. Exodus weak, good bet. Shoved in a corner here, waiting for Tux to come down the stairwell. Stairwell is deadly. Last player remaining. Exodus in sight.
Well
Good bet
done.
cuts him down.
Cobra Cartel with
Cartel.
another round.
Trying to
2-1.
reclaim their throne.
Now, I'm surprised I haven't seen any slow plays from Cobra going in through their spawn. That'd be a very interesting
Round
play
starting.
to make there.
Get ready.
Yeah, no, most certainly. Mar, as for all the people that haven't seen this map as commonly, is a very good map and very conducive to a lot of like fakes and baits. If there aren't insanely clear sight lines all the way across the map, you can have those slow plays work out very, very, very well here. But looks like it's just going to be a 5 commit all the way to B side for Cobra Cartel. And you're going to see a 2-1-2 split for Sleepy Juice in this defense. Darude running away, but not able to get away as Goodbet puts a few bullets in the back of him.
Slink
Stopping him.
got
Slink
Rogue in the
making it
window
on the
of
road.
Armory.
His number advantage still to Cobra Cartel, but you have Patia on his last health bar.
Ooh.
And Humanoid as well on his last health bar after that kill on Michael. Toxic on Patia. Humanoid incredibly weak. That's going to be scan started. 3v3, but health advantage is most certainly to Cobra Cartel, as well as position advantage. See Orzo insight defending the spawnman's Link and Goodbet just denying the crosses.
Wow, Exodus
Link goes down to
get
Exodus,
Link.
but Sleepy need to get into sight. As the
25
push in
seconds.
starts, Goodbet's able to get Humanoid, the clutch factor for Sleepy. And you have one player on this defuse that hasn't started it yet because he knows 2 players are in sight line of it. Exodus with him as well. Clearing his corners. They got 13 seconds to stop this. A trade comes out. It's a 1v1. Orzo knows this defuse must be started soon.
Orzo gets the kill. 3-1. Great start so far from Cobra Cartel.
Scan complete.
Milliseconds away
lead.
for that being for Sleepy Juice, though. Very close round indeed.
Round
Next
starting.
round, gonna see maybe what Sleepy Juice can do differently. Maybe take more map control from Cat. Although it looks like they're only gonna send 1 player up in Cat Rogue.
And that 1 player Cat Rogue is not going to necessarily see anything because you have a 3 crouch or 3 lurk towards B.
Yeah.
Kind of one of the first trick plays we've started to see is 2 players making a lot of noise around the Cat and A area and the 3 players lurking. And it seems like Sleepy Juice has kind of bought the bait. A lot of util being dedicated toward those 2 players and a lot of gun, but no significant rotations. Druid Cookie still on this offsite. And the Rogue hasn't really given up much position on his side of things either. Shots coming out as this crouch walk continues. Minute 15 left in the round. No significant damage, no significant rotations, no kills yet.
Ooh.
5v5 minute remaining. Orzo, Goodbet, and Petilla seem to be waiting on any sort of indication, and that might just be it. Rogue getting the cut down onto Michael, but still not warranting a rotation, because that was in mid. Zlink a slow walk towards A, and you have your 3 players finally slow walking towards B. Swimming on Darude to get this read out to his team that, hey, we have 3 players on my site.
Yep.
There's the running starting. They're going to have audio now, and you're going to see this rotation come through from Sleepy. Zlink still crouch walking as
Lots
all
of
of Sleepy
smokes.
rotates above him. 39 seconds remaining.
Down goes Darude. Zealing's going to be up there on the flank, and Cat gets toxic. Humanoid does pick him up. Exodus finds Goodbet on objective. So
2v3 post-plant. Numbers
Yep.
in favor of Sleepy, but not health again. You have the Rogue very, very, very injured here.
Orzo also
Smoke
has
coming
pretty
out,
low
time
health
coming
as
out.
well.
Very true. He's going to be your backside player looking for this defuse to now. And now the only player left. Shots ring out, but he has to deal
Gets
with 2
one.
different players. He's
Misses
able to get
the
one,
other.
not the other, and that'll be the defuse. Plenty
Yep.
of time, meaning it'll be a 2-3. Sleepy going to win this round, but still down overall.
Round
That
lost.
was a
Great
good
work
round
out of
from
Sleepy
Sleepy,
there.
yeah.
Very much so. A lot of trickery attempted to come out the Cobra Cartel, but holding true till actual information is had. It was very, very good on Sleepy's end.
Round started.
They had a great retake there on that last one.
Very much so. This is what I wanted to see out of them on Kitty. This is why they're in playoffs. They are a good team.
Very much so, yeah. If they keep that map control up by having Exodus and Rogue up on Cat, they might have a good chance at making a good comeback here. Michael finds Rogue. Down goes one of those Cat players. Michael's going to probably push, try to get into Exodus. Meanwhile, Orzo might flank him too.
Good bet is your lone bomb carrier, but also there's a 1v1 going on the opposite side between D-Link and Humanoid, both very well aware of each other. Toxic and Orzo also in a 1v1. Just a bunch of isolated gunfights.
Michael
You can see
gets
Exodus is going to win his, but get traded out immediately. Z-Link and Humanoid still have, and Orzo and Toxic are both smoked off from each other. Orzo is able to get his onto Toxic, and then Z-Link and Orzo being able to link up. Humanoid is left alone. And Goodbet is your scanner.
Ooh.
Now they have a site, and it is all on a Darude Cookie, still playing on that off-site. He needs to make this rotation now, and he has to deal with a 1v4. Michael should see this rotation depending on how he does it. 40 seconds remaining.
And he's not going to
gonna
take
opt
the
run all
zip.
the way.
He's not taking the zip. He's going to cost himself about extra 10 seconds. And Michael might spot him here.
It's at the extent of safety, but you can only be so safe here.
Yeah,
Michael's not
especially-
going to get the spot, but he still has 20 seconds to defuse and deal with 4 players on site.
Right.
It's a very tall order for Sleepy Banana.
Actually, less than that time because it
Sleepy Dude.
takes 7 to
Round
defuse
lost.
the scanner as well. 4-2 Cobra Cartel. So really, you subtract 7 seconds for how much time the scanner has left, and that's really all the time you have because you actually have to put your hand on that scanner to start defusing, and it is always going to take 7 seconds to defuse. We're going to have
Very,
a
very
3-2 split here on offense. Actually, a 4-1 split. Z-Link's going to take Cat. We're going to have a 4 aggression push here coming in into the A site from the rest of Cobra Cartel. This is apparently glass.
They've got
Can't
to
go
be
through that.
feeling about their site break because they're picking the same site. They knew Darude Cookie played far on that offside, but Cobra or Sleepy just seemed to learn a little bit and is able to win out positive out of those trades. And they have man advantage, but not site advantage necessarily, as they have 2 of their players catwalk. And now Michael and Goodbet have made it into their spawn. Michael getting his kill there. Darude ziplining across, not
Good
taking
nade on the
slower
Rogue.
road anymore.
Just misses.
Rogue able to take down Michael. And you have a 2v3 kind of on site. Rogue
What?
kind of falling back.
Oh my goodness. Goodbet almost missed Darude.
Gunfight's coming out. That is not scanner in hand. Scanner's down on site. Goodbet has to retain the scanner. It's only going to be a 1v1 though.
And he's very low on health as well. Stubbing his toe is his downfall here. He's got 45 seconds. He could take Hell Zip, which is what I call the zip that goes right over the pits of lava, and
It's a very accurate
rotate.
name, but I don't think he's going to opt to do that. He's
Wow.
kind of running around through his spawn.
30 seconds. Not...
Very interesting rotational choice. And we've seen already between these two teams a rotation that didn't work out just simply due to lack of time.
Yeah.
25 seconds to get on the site.
He might have time if he just fully books it, you know? Oh, yeah.
We will certainly see 19 seconds remaining. Rogue hasn't gotten the read yet. This will work out well for Goodbet should he get this down. Not a lot of health, but he will have complete site ownership.
Wow, what a great
definitely
rotate.
Down.
Rogue couldn't even hear a single zip line and everything. Now he gave himself an extra 10 seconds and site control by making that rotate too.
For our viewers that don't necessarily know, there is an audio when the scanner starts to be defused, so Goodbet can kind of just play patient. It's on Rogue to clear himself out. You can defuse this with one hand and have your gun in the other, but Rogue doesn't necessarily have the best gun that's most conducive to that. He opted for an AR here. 15 seconds remaining, as we just stated, 7 seconds to defuse. He has to get on this now. Starts to defuse. It was actually a fake. Goodbet not necessarily buying it, kind of just waiting it out.
Oh, he has to commit, and if he lost, Goodbet's gonna win.
Goodbet opting for the kill as well. Just a nice nail on the coffin, but
wow,
that round was going to Cobra Cartel anyway. That rotation paid off.
What a great rotate, and staying tucked in caused Rogue to have to check every small angle before he even touched that scanner, or else he knows that once he does commit to defusing the scanner, he is gonna expect company to kill him at the same time, and then he's down to just using his one hand to hold a gun.
I enjoy the 50-50 that Goodbet kind of took with that audio cue. Is he actually defusing, or is he just faking like most players do? And he was right. Ended up working out perfectly. You're going to see a crouch walk toward A with Bomb being in that crouch walk. You're going to have a singular player rotating B, as well as your top scaffolding player in the form of Michael. Going to be another very slow, methodical round, hoping to get information or picks or anything that gives your team the advantage. This push, Sleepy on defense is down 2-5.
That is correct. They're taking that little secret tunnel behind the objective. Michael's going to push up to this little A-site cat.
Is Toxic or Humanoid going to get any sort of indication?
They're going to go for the rotate. Michael does get one.
Cut down on that zipline is brutal. Goodbet. Patia and Orzo now have site control. Only Toxic to deal with. Slade's going to start his way over as Toxic falls to a beautiful nade. Cookie and Slade now tasked with re-breaking into site, defusing. Their cross is smoked. There is an audio when you go through the smoke if they opt that path. Exodus and Darude both dropping down, but they're going to have to deal with Good, Orzo, and Patia in 22 seconds. It's raining out.
Wow,
Orzo,
what
Patia.
a great play by Cobra. Loved the smoke usage, too, to prevent them from taking that zip line and then causing them to drop down to the double doors. That made noise of their legs, just made a crunch noise, because who else can just fall 15 feet, you know, whatever. So it was
developers have done a lot of fun realism, especially with the audio cues. Your leg snapping from that drop is definitely one of them.
Easily. Yeah,
Some shots right out mid, not necessarily finding anyone, but Exodus and Link are both taken down to a little bit below quarter HP because of those. You're going to have a very fast rotation on a B. Darude Cookie, the only one to kind of stop this, is able to take down one before getting cut down by Patia.
Great
and Rogue is now
there.
starting his cross. Gives Link shooting onto Toxic, and he's going to have to deal with Humanoid, trying to slow down this rotation.
Scan onto Armory site B. They've already taken control. They hear one coming up the refinery. It's Rogue. Pre-fire. Goodbet's going to help back him up there. And they're going to utilize some smoke to kind of cover their tracks. Goodbet also gets Exodus. And then you've got Toxic coming up through the spawn. And Patia's going to try and combat Toxic here as well. Meanwhile, Rogue does go down from Orzo. And there goes the round. 7-2.
Very decisive round. Fast plant, fast rotation. Cobra Cartel is doing very, very good to get a good balance between slow and fast pushes. Crouch walking some days, speeding through the other days. There's a good blend.
Yeah.
It's really keeping Sleepy Juice on their back foot, which they need to be doing.
Exactly.
Cobra Cartel showing why they belong in Grand Finals, which happens if they win the next 4 rounds. 7-2, Cobra Cartel. And we're going to see this push come B-side, but a lot of mid-presence is what they're opting for this round. It's the exact same setup out of Sleepy, but a little bit more aggressive scaffolding push out of Rogue and Exodus.
Orzo gets Rogue with a great angle above him. They're going to push through, use some more util. Oh, and a great flash from Exodus, finds Orzo, does not connect to Michael, though. Toxic, meanwhile, does get Z-Link, so now it's going to be a 4v3, Cobra only having 3 players.
And only having 3 players, one of them is very, very dinked up, but
down goes
it's going to have a 3v3 now. And that site control is correct. Sleepy Juice does have the right side to defend. Good bet. Bomb in hand is the player to watch here on site.
Good bet. Not prepared for Humanoid. Oh, and Humanoid takes out Good bet. And a trade between the two of Michael and Humanoid. So now it's all Patia.
Now on the back foot here for the first time in a few rounds. Has to go recovery scanner, which is down mid scaffolding. 1v2 asked of Patia here.
He's going to hear Exodus. He's going to rotate, try to get that pick. If he can get that pick, he can grab that scanner and rotate back to A site and get the scan to start.
Darude being that lone player, they must not know site is down because Darude gave up his position on that angle.
All right, he's got the scanner. He's
the
actually gonna
get recovered, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna commit B, as he doesn't have a lot of time.
Darude is the lone defender here.
Gets Exodus.
Shots rain out.
Still has half his
has
health.
To stay alive. It's gonna be all on Darude here. Here's
oh, wow, that body.
Patia has to check the corners, and that'll be the cost of Patia.
Yep. 7-3. Great start from Cobra Cartel. So far, this map and series is looking like it's in their favor. Gonna see if they can move on to the next round, which is the playoffs, Group 4 finals, or Sleepy Juice can make a good comeback and make it go to map 3 Suna. As you guys remember early on, we were like, we're going to say there's 5 Suna maps, 6. So far, there's only been 1. We were completely wrong
a little bit
about these matches, but it's a good thing we didn't bet anything valuable on that. Just our
because I'd be losing that bet.
Just our intelligence.
Speaking of losing the bet, Good Bet and Patia are the ones on defense on the A side, seeing a 2-2-1 split up. Slightly mirroring the defense of Sleepy, but Orzo's going to be your lone man.
Wow, Michael with a nice double.
He's able to take down another one, or Link is able to take down another one, putting Sleepy on the back foot yet again. 2 players at half health have to deal with a full 4 health players from Cobra Cartel.
Rogue's coming up in their
graphic
spawn.
Switch for you ASAP.
Towards Red Room.
Slow push in. They do have time on their side, but not the scanner. They're going to have to recover the scanner that's down. And Orzo just swinging around the corner onto Humanoid. Is able to get the trade. Trades most certainly benefit Cartel in this situation. So that is good on Humanoid there. Rogue now left in a 1v3, and that's yet again scanner down.
Yep, not looking great for Rogue here.
Like the have to step
gets
up.
Michael.
Gonna be 1.
He's got low health though. 1 body shot and he might go down.
Body shot needs definitely go down. Good bet knows that and takes advantage.
Rogue.
That is a body shot. That is the kill. That also is 8-3 to the side of Cobra Cartel.
Yep.
Sleepy Juice are gonna need to have some wiki juice if they're gonna want to stay in this tournament. They made a brilliant showing so far.
Their name's kind of holding them back here, it sounds like. They can't be asleep here. They gotta be awoke and get some round ones here. I do see they've got
3 SMGs for the side of Cobra.
Yeah, they've got 2 flashes, 2 smokes, 3 nades, actually 5 nades. So they're really counting on these nade kills, which might be one of the things that they might want to swap out for to get some more round wins and focus more on smokes just to take these sites as colonists.
The hole in the Cobra defense is Orzo being alone on
Whoa! What a nade!
Rogue able to kill both players trying to assist Orzo because he's alone on this site. And the Rogue's denying that cross again. Orzo's asked a 1v4 on site, and it's going to be a trade. Trade's most certainly helping Sleepy in this instance. You leave Orzo on site, you have to have players to rotate. You rotate, you walk into a nade. It was a beautiful double nade.
It was.
The last player is going to be Patia on the opposite site. Exodus in a very good position to deny this. He's going to take the zip line. Exodus is going to hear it, cut him down. Like, shh. It's like a moving pinata. It's easy enough for Exodus.
Yeah.
He's able to get it out.
Great play by Sleepy Juice. I think they found the right juice this time.
Round starting.
They're slightly waking up here. That was a great round by them. Let's see if they can try to imitate that again. It's funny and ironic that I said that they might need to get the nades and put them away, grab some smokes, and right then they got a double kill with the nade. Well, pretty much
Arguably a round winning one.
Yeah,
They forced
exactly.
a 1v3 instead of a 3v4 on site. Shots ran out, not necessarily finding anything valuable yet. No players tagged up. It's still going to be Orzo alone on site. Z-Link going to find Toxic there. Nade's starting to rain out over scaffolding. Not finding anybody yet, though. But there's a lot of rotations coming through. Z-Link, Sleepy Juice did lose a player in that initial, but they do have sight at least a little bit. Orzo and Michael, the only ones alone there. Fighting bomb, it's worth noting Darude has bomb with Humanoid. It's a 2v2 on that site while other players are fighting in mid. Z-Link and Rogue starting to rotate in to help the teams respectively. Trade come out. Rogue gonna walk right by Z-Link. Z-Link should get a free shot.
The health on Cobra Cartel is looking very, very low as 2 more players go down. So now it's a 2v2, arguably with very similar health.
In. Rogue gonna find him. And once again, all on Petit, although Petit is a lot closer this time. Not gonna get shot down crossing a zip line.
Nope.
He's opting to crouch walk through the bottom of sight. But that's gonna be Rogue and Darude all on them to find Petit.
He's gonna hear
Both have
Rogue
opposite
above
sides
him.
of the site. Petit yet again gonna have to check corners, opts to smoke and try this defuse, but Darude's on the other side. Rogue beats him to the kill though.
Worth it there. 8-5. Slowly
Good
making a
attempt out of
comeback.
Petit.
Sorry?
And Mar, good attempt out of Petit, and Mar rewards good strategy. And Petit, it's really hard to clutch on that style of a site. Once you have good strategy and it pays off, you have the complete site ownership. And Sleepy were able to make very good advantage of that.
Yep, that is
8-5 still in the favor of Cobra. You see a lot of mid presence
Yeah.
this time, and bomb's going to be in the hands of Darude yet again on A site this time. 3-player scaffolding. Now we've seen scaffolding spell disaster for the attacking team a multitude of times, but we've also seen it be a very, very good catalyst for very good positioning.
Yeah, there's a lot of players from Cobra Cartel already over at A site as it is. They did just lose one, Michael. But Z-Link's going to be right underneath there to make the communication. Patia finds Humanoid on site. And he's got Darude Cookie to worry about too, which is actually their scanner carrier as well. A couple of trades coming out in refrags. We've got Darude taking site here, gets some shots onto Z-Link, and also gets some shot on himself. So now it's a 3v2.
Slowly coming down. Scanner's made his way into site. It's on to Patia to deny this plant. Z-Link's there to assist if needed, but Toxic swinging into Patia.
Wow, what a play.
Or swinging to Z-Link, actually, and it's all on Patia yet again, but Patia has Toxic to deal with and is dinged up by that engagement. Darude's going to get his plant down. Patia can't really do much based on positioning. Toxic knows that, swings Patia, gets the kill.
8-6.
8-6. We still have a fight, people. Might have been 11-1 on Kitty, but it is not on Mar. Sleepy Juice figuring out kind of how Cobra's starting to work.
Yeah.
Sleepy's definitely making good use of what they need to. Darude does not have scanner in hand because nobody does. They accidentally left it in spawn. This might be a little bit of a timing difference, but you're still going to send 3 players up scaffolding, 1 player to B, and Darude not far behind on to B as well. Or is it that lone player on B yet again? It's going to be on Michael and Z-Link to get this read and make the cross successfully. And I do honestly like Sleepy's ideas. We don't need to break into site first. Let's make the noise, get everyone to rotate, deal with them, and then deal with that site player that can't exactly leave. He's kind of stuck in a pinhole.
Yeah, Michael's
But
taking a
Z-Link's
lot
gonna
of
rotate
fight
all the
here,
way through
and
back
Rogue
spawn.
takes out Michael on that cat on Armory side. So now they've got 3-4 surrounding Armory objective. Patia is going to be prepared to fight Rogue here. Goes for a smoke toss, doesn't get him. Some flashes too coming out. Orzo does get a double kill on site. Patia finds Toxic. I think we've found the switch in the foothold here as Cobra Cartel now 4-1. Exodus all on his own on the cat as well with scanner down on site. Only 45 seconds remaining.
This is very much looking like a round for Cobra Cartel. It's a strong ask out of Exodus. There's a lot required to happen here. 38 seconds remaining. Doesn't really have info. Orzo's just going to keep side peeking, denying this zip line. and he's going to have to take it. Trying to nade through the window. Nade's going to come in, but not find anything significant. 27 seconds. Is almost going to have to opt for the quadruple kill, but it's going to be a hard ask yet again. It's able to take down one, but dinged up in the process, and is going to get cut down by Goodbet, kind of just roaming in lower.
Yeah.
He was very well known info-wise. Not much you can do. Again, Mar rewards good strategy. It's really hard to clutch if you don't have positioning.
Right.
The teams that opt to get the territory will do well consistently, as we're kind of seeing here by both teams winning their attacks and defense on that principle alone. Drew Cookie hanging behind, making sure that they definitely get the scanner.
Yep.
And sending 4 players up scaffolding this time. Zip lines in this game, you're only allowed 1 person at a time. It's like an elevator with only 1 chair, but we're going to see Rogue not to go up the zip line and get cut down to mid. 4v4. Bomb in the hands of Darude. Darude going to A site. Katia, the lone defender here.
Nice play
and
by
Michael and Exodus fighting in mid. Michael takes on 1, but it's traded out.
Yep, 3-3.
Orzo, that lone man on the off site, is going to force a 3-2 advantage for the side of Sleepy on A side, but they're being incredibly patient. Minute 17 left. Darude still has that scanner. He's going to start crossing through mid.
Yeah, Orzo is definitely their heavy hitter right now, as well as good bet on the Cobra Cartel side. So it's a good thing he's definitely staying back. He can pretty much hold that site on his own as scanners coming his way too. You can hear the zip coming too. So they probably got good bet rotating out, which he does, and gets Exodus. So now it's a 3v2 here, which might put Cobra Cartel into match point if they can get these last 2 and hold the defense. Orzo peeks out, gets Darude. Scanner down, all up to Toxic here. Does find
Similar
good
situation
bet
we
with
saw
a headshot.
Exodus, but instead of a 1v3 or 1v4, it's a 1v3 ask, and Toxic is able to start off with 1. Scanner still down, back sight in the exact same position as the round previous. Has to do with the heavy slayer of Orzo and Patia, the routine roamer.
He's got a good flash onto
Orzo in
him.
a brilliant position to get this kill and just waste time.
Toxic.
And that's all he has to do is Patia gets the kill.
Match point. This is it. Cobra Cartel get 1 more point. They move on to the playoff group 4 finals against the winner of either Global Chem or Artifacts. Right now, that match is 14-12. Global Chem taking the lead here. Definitely a close match between those two.
Very much so. Whoever wins here is going to have a hell of a fight in grand finals. She's going to be on IVRL 1. Basically, this Twitch link cut off the 2 and you're there. And we're going to see the scaffolding control and Z-Link saying no to that. Toxic getting the trade for his teammate, making it a 4v4. Bomb is A side, still familiar view as last round. We're going to have Darude kind of pushing it aside. 2 players on scaffolding, Michael being the one to deny it. Nade coming out onto Exodus, removing a fair portion of his health bar. Orzo, yet again, that lone defender onto B.
Yeah, both Exodus and Michael are very low on health. So really, when it comes down to health, it's a 3v3 with two practically dead corpses here walking around. So we'll see what these corpses can do. And it looks like Michael might get a pick here. Oh, and he gets 2! Wow. 3v2 now. Cobra Cartel with the advantage. Scanner already on site though, but he's going to have to face Patia and Goodbet, 2 very strong players on their team. He does get Goodbet though. So now it's Patia watching the objective. Gets a couple of shots onto Cookie here.
And out of this, Orzo started his rotation, so they have a very limited amount of time to kill Patia before it's a 2v2 on site.
Trade.
Scan's going to start, but it's all on Darude versus Orzo. Darude has to win this fight to keep his playoff hopes alive. And Orzo is almost double positive.
A great flash onto Cookie. Can Orzo commit?
Darude, just stay alive. You can just cover the defuse.
25 seconds. Will Orzo be able to do this?
Crouch walk his way down.
I think Cookie thinks he's going to drop down the elevator, which he doesn't. He takes the stairs. Some more shots come out. Only 5 seconds left. And he gets it. He has to get on that scanner. And he does. Orzo with the clutch. Going to make their team
throw his
move
team
on.
into grand finals. Cobra Cartel are your grand finalists for playoffs group 4.
Well done, indeed. Well done. That has been it for, I believe, Channel 2. We're going to pull up those kills real quick before everyone starts to leave. Wow, good bet. And Orzo with 19 kills each. That was incredible. We're going to go ahead and
slayers for the team.
Pull up the bracket, too. Right now, Artifacts have one map win. Global Chem are trying to come back on the second map and make it go to third map. Right now, Cobra Cartel will be moving on and playing one of those two teams. You will see who, and whoever wins there will go on and play in Miami for $35,000 grand prize.
Lipinski, it has been great casting with you all day.
You too, my friend. You too. Oh man, I can't wait to crack my back, drink some water, have some Cheez-Its. Ooh, it's gonna be
but
nice.
I love this though. Great matches all day, great players. Everyone did great. Shout out to Orzo for those clutches and just being that lone like rock alone on site. He's been able to get multiple 2-3 pieces just to keep his team alive in certain instances. Yeah. Especially after they get triple naded trying to come help him.
Yeah. 100%.
Brilliant work out of all of the teams and all the players that we saw. You guys have made it to top 48 at least. Some of you guys top 8. Congrats.
I'm gonna play some highlights real quick too before we leave. Right here you can see this is where the Rogue, I believe, gets a double nade kill right there onto Michael and Z-Link, and then follows up with a 3-piece as well. We're going to hop over here to the analyst desk. We're going to play. Let's get the pick. Daru just walks right past Z-Link. Z-Link now picking up Daru, making him pay for that. He gets Toxic. He also gets Rogue. What a great 3-piece there. Replay back that last little replay there. I think that's not the right replay, so we're gonna ignore that.
If they go right, vice versa. It's working out against other teams, hence why they made it to the top 4 in this playoffs. But against a team like Cobra Cartel that's willing to pay patient, willing to kind of play their gunfight advantages in exchange for territory, it's not going to work. Advantage on B.
Patio's going to play a little aggressive here. I wonder if they're going to use some nades to possibly get some picks. But at the same time, Simi Juice are going to play a little bit farther back here. Some nades coming out mid. Oh, does some damage on Toxic and Humanoid with a great nade. One going up to the cat from the stairwell. It looks like we got 2 players on each site, one being on cat. Some smokes coming out, and a nade might get Darude, and it does! Wow. What
1v5 all on Humanoid. We've seen Humanoid kind of clutch up before. He gets 2.
Wow, he gets 3. He's on site.
He's the clutch factor. 15 seconds to kill. They can get the defuse. Michael. Rogue able to take down Michael. And you have a 2v3 kind of on site. Rogue kind of falling back.
Oh my goodness. Good bet. Almost missed Darude.
Gunfight's coming out. That is not Scanner.
Intelligence.
Speaking of losing the bet, Good Bet and Patia are the ones on defense on the A side. Seeing a 2-2-1 split up. Slightly mirroring the defense of Sleepy, but Orzo's going to be your lone man.
Wow, Michael with a nice double. I want to swap out for it to get some more round wins and focus more on smokes just to take these sites as colonists.
The whole of the Cobra defense is Orzo being alone on.
Whoa! What a nade! Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to go watch channel number 1. We'll go ahead and host that over there on the Twitch. You'll be able to watch the rest of Global Chem versus Artifacts. It's going to be a really, really interesting match. You know I'm going to go watch that right afterwards. I think right here at the bottom you'll be able to see it's 14-12 right now. So Global Chem still keep themselves in this. I think they've only been able to given Artifacts 1 round so far in map 2, which based off of those scores. I'm not sure. I have to go look at it myself, but it's going to be a good one. Any ending remarks there, Seismic?
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us and watching the very last day of playoffs. The next stream will be in Miami playing for the grand final. So congrats to all the teams that made the playoffs. You are part of the start of something incredible. So thank you guys. Thank you, Lipinski, for a great cast with me, and peace.
Yeah, thank you guys. Adios.